has a bit of an old school feel to it, doesn't it? These teams love to run things down low.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a matchup, Kevin. A little bit of bully ball, you could say. Having a center you can run your offense through makes the rest of your offense that much better.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. De'Aaron Fox out there with Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the center, filling out the middle.
The defense comes at Fox hard, but he's ready for it. He knows how to stay agile and nimble inside.
Thompson for the triple. The offensive rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside, Fox. Wembanyama outside. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Now, here is Irving. Fires it up. Pass to Washington. Back to Gafford. Shot clock at 6. Dallas, no good that time either. We've seen a quick start here for the Spurs. And you know, De'Aaron Fox, he has become, RJ, I think, almost impossible to defend.
Yeah, he's always had great speed, so defenders would sag off him. But now that he has that step back three, so you have to play up, and that's what he wants you to do.
They get it again to the left wing. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. A three-pointer is right on target.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
A shot by Wembanyama, no good. Dallas is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Irving against Fox. Irving kicks to Davis. Washington with this screen on Barnes. And Davis can't get it to go. The Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Castle. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Fox. And the rejection by Gafford. Fox against Irving. Puts up a 3. Fires for 3. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got his 4th rebound in this one. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 2. Again, Irving missing.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Snatched up. And Davis gets it to go.
Does anybody else think it's just too easy for AD sometimes? Just an easy board and putback.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15 and 56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Now Fox, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
And he makes that one.
This is the defensive intensity you have to have against Davis inside, but he still powers through it.
On its way from Irving for 2. Offensive rebound. Out to Thompson. Pass to Davis. The 3. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. Tries yet again. Just 5 to shoot. Davis setting the pick for Washington. Nailed from three-point land. Washington's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Dallas. Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for San Antonio. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Derek Lively is out there with Davis. Then there's Washington. Then it's Thompson, and it's Irving in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. His speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with.
A ton, David, to deal with. No question. DA, thanks.
This is what makes Kyrie so difficult to contain. He can pull up anywhere at any time.
And Wembanyama outside. Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Dallas. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Well, we know. The Mavs are so adept at running the matchup they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Gafford's checked in. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 5.
We've talked about this. Fox has all the tools to be a great defender.
Three-pointer. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Out to the wing. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Thompson in the corner. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
The 3 from Barnes. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Outside Irving. No good that time.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. From past the arc. Offensive rebound. High over the top. Wembanyama.
You know, you have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
Thompson outside. To Gafford from deep Washington. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Vassell outside. Barnes screen on Washington. Here's Vassell. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Dallas has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just and slam it down!
Yeah, that.
Oh, did you see that?
I'm speechless.
Oh, man.
Nice touch from the mid-range. Dave is proving how effective he is from that spot.
The deep 3 from Wembanyama. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
It's Fox with the drive. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
It's the speed of the Aaron Fox that is just so tough to match.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get to 20 rebounds without having a special talent for grabbing misses.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Here's Thompson. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Fox feeling it out a bit. Launches from deep. A shot off that time. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Dallas. Takes the 3. Here's Gafford. Intercepted. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
Substitution on the court.
8 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And it's Exum in the corner. Puts up a 3. No good on the last second attempt there. So that'll be it for the first half. A fairly even battle underway in this one. Mavericks lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Ooh, they're measuring up the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Jeremy Sohan. And it's Champagnie in at the 3 slot. Here's Lively. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And the Spurs pushing it up now to the left side wing. Pass to Sohan. And you hear, Richard, about players dunking and putting a hurting on the rim. But that iron sometimes can put a hurting on a player's hands too, right?
Oh, and then when you get older, those landings, they can start to hurt too. End of the day, there's a price to be paid for all that high flying and rim wrecking, and it's worth it.
Here's Exum. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Exum's got it all tied up now for the Mavs. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 5 now.
In the paint, Paul always stays nimble. That allows him to make adjustments that needed to beat the D.
Now, here's Marshall. Defense is right there. A steal. Pass to Sohan. Spurs passing it around. Kept alive. Kicks it out to Paul. Here's Branham. And Lively pulls it down.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
For the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Got that one up quick. Branham's got his first 2 points of the night. And the Mavericks with possession here. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And here's Exum. Unloads. And he knocks down the jumper. Exum's got 4 points in the quarter.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
That's a 2 from Paul. Mavericks with the rebound. Exum with it. Throws it up high. Very pretty alley-oop layup. And that ties it up.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I gotta say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Sohan finds Paul. Takes it inside. Rebounded by Prosper. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. And finished off by Lively.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Paul, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Paul is truly the prototypical point guard. He's got a high IQ, takes care of the ball, and he prioritizes setting up his teammates.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Marshall inside the three-point line. Off the left rim and out. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Vassell, no good. The Mavericks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. The Spurs have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. And that one falls for Paul. And Dallas going with the whole new group out there. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for San Antonio. Barnes comes in for Keldon Johnson. And it's Irving with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. A 2-point game. 3-pointer. Trains it from beyond the arc. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Intelligent play by Kyrie. He knows the pick and roll gets him some better options.
Oh, 3-ball. Wembanyama.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Paul. He gets that one. Paul's got 11 points here in just the second half. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Over in the corner, Washington. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And Davis sends it back.
A big block from the big fella, Anthony Davis, putting every inch of that wingspan to work there.
Gafford trying to break free, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Davis has got the game tied up here for Dallas. Wembanyama against Davis. Fires the 3, and the 3-ball is good. And now that's 11 points for Victor Wembanyama.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
That one goes in.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Washington out there with Davis. Then there's Daniel Gafford. Then there's Irving. And it's Thompson in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
That is a good shot contest by AD. When he's got the size, he's got everything there. You might have to pick another shot.
Pass to Washington. And stolen by Barnes. Oh, and here comes Barnes all alone. Good. And the Spurs lead by 3. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific, doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
And Vassell shows you why you better not disrespect his balance.
Irving from long range. Dallas again missing.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And it's Fox with the jam.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Building out this lead brick by brick, they have taken a very methodical methodical approach.
The three from Davis. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox. Spurs leading by 7. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. Wembanyama with that soft touch around the rim.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
No good from Irving. Spurs have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
We've seen Fox take over games before. Only takes a few shots to go, and then this man is feeling it.
Fox against Irving. Outside, Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Shot to stop the run. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Fox kicks to Barnes. A 3-ball. Hands it from downtown. Barnes has got the lead up to 14 now for San Antonio.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
No one covered.
And some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by the Spurs.
The wide open look here for Fox. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna put his foot on the pedal.
Rebound, San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Spurs lead by 15.
The sweat that Fox puts in to try and do it all. His energy really sets the bar for his team.
High post, Davis. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
Throw it high and watch Davis fly. Wow.
And it's Fox with the jam.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Spurs.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for De'Aaron Fox.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
And here's Davis for 3. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
From Daniel Gafford.
51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wembanyama against Davis. Here's Wembanyama. Rebounded by Gafford. Barnes against Davis. From deep three-point land. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Outside, Fox. And Wembanyama launches it from deep. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This was a very... All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll do it, folks. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson.
everyone. And here's Memphis' starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Edey out there with Jackson. And it's Wells in at the small forward position. And for Dallas, Daniel Gafford is out there with Davis. Then it's Washington. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Thompson in at the 2. Irving for 3. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game. What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Thompson. They swipe it. Left side Bane. And that one is hammered home.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. After the basket by Memphis on the other end.
I don't know what you do about that. Davis just powering it down.
Well, Clark, the first 9 years of his career, he played mostly power forward. But over the last 3, Anthony Davis playing a lot of center.
And I think his game has become more focused on staying in the paint, which is where he's dominant. He's added tons of strength over the years. He's using that to his advantage. He's always been one of the special players in the league, in my opinion. And he's still one of the top 15 guys in the league for sure.
And it's Morant off the drive.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with the Mavericks head coach, and we discussed his plan for John Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there, ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. DA?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Memphis with a rebound. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Jackson. Gafford grabs the miss.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And finished off by Davis.
Boy, there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
To the paint. Here's Wells. Crafty move. Ooh, Washington with the defensive effort. Dallas leading by 5. Here's Davis. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:56 left to play in the first. And here's Morant outside. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Yeah, Morant showing a bit of confidence knocking down that 3.
Irving against Morant. And he's going for the lob. Got a hand on it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Edey. 1:35 left to play in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Morant against Irving.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
And if you're looking for identifiable team mascots, Clark, some say the Mavericks champ, the horse, is near the top of the list.
Yeah, he does get after it. Also, the Mavs man. Dallas is rolling out a couple of iconic figures to keep that crowd on fire.
Here's Washington, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Irving looking around, shoots over Morant, and it's Irving missing. 2 for 1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
They set the pick. Morant, the pass to Bane. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Another miss by Irving. Grizzlies trail by 4. The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Irving. Inside. It's tipped. And the ball out of play. The Grizzlies will have it.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
And so Moran will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Jackson with a screen on Irving. Jackson outside. And a great assist by Moran as that one goes.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Davis from long range. The shot comes out.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And so it's Anthony. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And when you consider how Dallas is doing, guys, your thoughts?
You could really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
So on the floor from Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Payne. Jaren Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the 3 slot. Now here's Irving. Five to shoot. The 3 is up. Here's Thompson. Pass to Gafford. Washington outside. Oh, stolen by Moran. And they're on the break. Stolen by Gafford. Irving against Moran. He shoots it. Gafford passes to Davis. Out to Thompson. Now here's Irving. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Cleared away by Wells.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Once Ja Morant gets rolling, there is no stopping him. Ja is feeling it tonight. And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Here's Moran driving to the basket. And then Morant with the dunk.
And the bounce that Morant possesses is unlike anyone else at his position.
On the wing, Davis. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it.
Mavericks ball.
So it's the Mavericks now. They trail by 6. Irving for 3. They get it back. To halt the run. On target from range. Irving's got 10.
Doesn't matter if he's well guarded or not. Kyrie knocking it down from deep.
Fires for 3. Jackson can't get it to go.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Oh, a huge finish. AD, my goodness. Grant, there's such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, NBA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Irving for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got his 5th rebound in this one. Payne, the pass to Jackson. Back to Payne. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Mavericks trail by 3. Outside Irving. Lets it go from the wing. Good. 12 points for him.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Jackson outside. And it's blocked by Davis.
Expert timing by Davis on the block. Right when the ball was at its apex, he got it. Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possession.
Gafford with a screen on Morant. And it's Irving missing.
Here in the second quarter, he's been cold from distance. I think he may need to adjust his approach.
And Klay Thompson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And it's Morant missing. The Mavericks trailing. 1:19 left in the second period. From deep three-point land. Dallas no good that time either.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
But that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. Was maybe a step out of his range.
The Mavericks shooting just 27% in the second quarter. Irving for three. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And you have to admire the size and strength of Jackson Jr. Just fantastic work establishing himself inside and slamming it down.
Outside Davis. Let's go with a three. Memphis with a rebound. 35 seconds left in the first half of this game. Bain against Thompson. Bain with a screen on Irving. Oh! Morant sinks the triple.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run.
And that's all the result of some good defensive awareness.
Assist goes to Kyrie Irving.
Here's Edey. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Anthony Davis.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make him earn those points from deep. Don't give them to him free at the line.
Here's Jackson. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be right back. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
They've got Williams. He's out there with Dante Exum. Najee Marshall is out there with Derek Lively. And it's Prosper in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Pass to Huff. Here's Stevens. Lets the three fly. Gets the three ball to go. Stevens has got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Kept alive. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. And they get it back. Lively passes to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Pass to Prosper. Tries again. Stevens with a rebound. Grizzlies lead by 7. Here's Pippen. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
Prosper misses. Memphis has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Pippen, pass to Kennard. Lets it go from deep. To the wing, right side. Stevens. Nails it from 3. Stevens has got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
Again, the miss by Dallas. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Lively. Snatched up. Can they get it? And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's Stevens. 6 points for him. Off target from 3-point range. Throws it up high.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Here's Huff. And another miss by Memphis. Mavericks trail by 9. Williams from long range fires in the triple. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Takes it inside. Howard down as the whistle blows. 3-point play opportunity.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes.
Puts up a deep 3. Memphis with a rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Oh, they pick off the pass. To the inside. Good on the shot. Exum's got 5 points. And there's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Memphis leading by 7. Altama right side. And again, Memphis no good. For Dallas, they've gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Prosper misses.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Huff can't get it to go.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
2 points. That one goes.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Now Kennard. No made baskets yet. That shot off the mark.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
No good on the shot. Well, the Grizzlies shooting just about 33% since this second half started. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Here's Huff. Blocked. And they recover it. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. And he'll head to the line. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. He's off on the first. And the Mavericks going with a whole new group out there. A big group substitution here for Memphis. And the second free throw is good. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Greg.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
Davis, the pass to Irving. That's in there! Davis with the assist! He's got 14.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Irving, the pass to Davis. And so it's Memphis with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. The flow of the game is fixed. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Grizzlies. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Edey out there with Santi Aldama. And it's Wells in at the three. Here's Morant. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The boundless athleticism Morant has is really special. He's someone that is always in attack mode.
And he can't hit the second.
He did the important part at the line there. The heavy lifting, if you will, made this a two-possession game.
Mavericks trail by 5. Irving with it. And it's Aldama picking him up. Shoots. They get the rebound. Here's Irving. Memphis with a rebound. Edey's got 9 rebounds now. Here's Morant. Morant caps off the break.
Yeah, the quickness of Morant makes him tough to cover. He's able to pull up on a moment's notice.
Irving against Morant. Good on the bucket.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Releases. And it's Edey missing. The Mavericks have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Good chance here for Irving. The three. Drops in the three. Irving's got 19 points.
Never lacking confidence. Zero hesitation from Kyrie there.
Pass to Bane. Morant against Irving. And Morant with the basket on the assist by Bane. Bane's got 3 assists now in this one. Morant against Irving. Takes the three. Gafford. Aldama grabs the board. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Pass to Edey. Outside Morant from the arc. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Irving. Second chance shot. And here's Thompson for 3. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
Such a silky, smooth stroke from deep. Thompson, excellent accuracy.
Bane against Thompson. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Let's look at the energy stats. How the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
They've made the offense uncomfortable, creating turnovers with the defensive pressure and cashing in on the other end.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Outside for Davis. And right on target.
Anthony Davis showing you he's in control when the spotlight is on.
From deep, Bane. And again, it's Memphis missing.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
That ties it up. Irving's got 7 now in this quarter.
You know, I think this guy just loves the game of basketball. The preparation, the interaction with his teammates. He has fun out there on the floor.
Great open look there.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Here's Irving. Washington finds Irving. The shot. And it's Bane with the rebound.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
And it's Morant off the drive. Here's Wells. Good, and the setup by Morant. Morant's got 5 assists tonight.
Not just an aggressive scorer, Morant is also a fantastic distributor.
Washington outside. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Pass to Wells. Over Irving. And Gafford with the block. Back to Aldama. Stolen by Gafford. Yes!
this ain't over yet.
Washington, money.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure. Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And there's a pick. Here's Edie. And it's good.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired. Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, stolen by Morant. Kicks it out to Bain. Here's Wells. And he slams it in one-handed.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
So Memphis wins it. They played the villain tonight, and they played.
things around in this one.
Yeah, it's a new opportunity. And Kevin, I expect each side to be hungry and motivated to get this win. And if not, the struggles will continue.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the 3 slot.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Bane, no good. Pass to Castle. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
They say the vertical is where Castle lacks a bit. Show me where it lacked there.
Bane with the screen on Fox. And stolen by Vassell. Barnes against Jackson. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. And here's the fast break. Wells leading the way. The Grizzlies with another miss. On the wing, Barnes. Guarded by Jackson. Outside, Fox. Back to Barnes. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Well, Stan, when the Spurs landed the first overall pick in the draft, their fortunes changed back on May 16th, 2023.
Look, Kevin, the hardest thing for any franchise is to find the guy that you can build everything around. When they got Wembanyama, that dream came true for San Antonio, and they've got the guy they can build this franchise around for years to come.
And you like to see Castle creating opportunities for his team.
Jackson passes to Bane. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the drive and kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
The 3 from Morant. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Fox. Wembanyama left side, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Top of the key. Nice jump shot. Good.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. The tray. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Now here's Jackson. 1:37 left to play here in the first. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. A finish. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That's on Jaren Jackson. And for De'Aaron Fox, his 3-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
And the basket is good. Bane's got 6 points.
Terrific dime there. Morant realizing his responsibility to share the wealth with his teammates.
They get a hand on it. Wells with the steal. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Good on the 3-point shot. Wembanyama has got a couple of threes now in the first for San Antonio. Morant surveying the D. Out of the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
And he can get to the rim with the best of them. Morant always finds a way.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 7, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Here's Wembanyama. The Grizzlies making the shot. No good on the 3. Bane sets the screen for Morant. Lets it go from deep. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama outside. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Spurs lead by 3. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Spurs.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
So on the floor for Memphis, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3 spot. Barnes outside. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Here's Castle, guarded by Bane. Back to Barnes. Clock at 4. The kick out to Fox. They get the rebound. Barnes can't get it to go.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Morant passes to Wells from outside the arc. Vassell grabs the board. San Antonio leading in transition. Here come the Spurs. Up top, Fox. Second quarter of basketball, just over 1.5 minutes played so far. Pulls up. San Antonio again missing. Outside, Bane. Pass to Jackson. Jackson a screen on Vassell. And Morant gets it to go. Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, can you believe that?
Wembanyama, what a high release on the 3.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Morant against Fox. Payne for 3. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Jacks up a 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. 1:52 left here in the second. Coach, only 2 players have led the NBA in blocks as a rookie. Manu Paul and our favorite, Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively, not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time.
Here's Vassell. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Here's Edey. Morant right side. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. And finished off by Morant.
And you're just asking to get burned when you give Morant a lane, using that speed to his advantage.
Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama with that soft touch around the rim.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Morant with a wide open look. Outside for Jackson. Over Barnes. Jackson misses. Spurs leading by 4. And Stefan Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
There's 31 seconds left in the first half. Morant passes to Jackson. And a miss there on the triple.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Fox against Morant. Jackson from long range. Again, the miss by Jackson. Here's Vassell. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And how about that triple to put a cap on their run?
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Substitution.
Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Fox is out there with Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5. So that's it. Greg Popovich starts the second half. Here's Huff. Just 5 on the clock. Aldama can't hit. Ball against Kennard. Pass to Branham. And the jumper is on the mark. Branham's got the lead up to 11 now for the Spurs.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Ball outside. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Stevens. Drops in the tray. Stefan's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Here's Branham. Kennard covering. Fires from deep. Branham, good. Branham's got his second basket of the night.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Aldama with the ball. Chris Paul covering the offensive rebound out to the right wing. Huff. That 3 off the mark. San Antonio leading by 11. Shoots the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Such a gifted one-on-one player. Paul has the confidence to pull up right in your face.
Here's Aldama. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen, the best three-point shooter or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
Oh, and a terrific pass. Takes so much pride in his ability to make his teammates better. I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Grizzlies have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Here's Paul. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. The Grizzlies with another miss. Spurs leading by 17. Such an interesting player, isn't he, Coach Jeremy Sohan? He played a lot of point guard during his second season.
Yeah, Kevin, the Spurs experimented with Sohan at the 1. It was a bit unconventional. They went away from it later in the year. But that experience as a point guard will continue to help his playmaking ability as his career progresses.
Pippen for 3. Drills it from outside. Pippen's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Wow. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Stevens. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some hope.
There's the triple. Branham can't get it to go. The Grizzlies trail by 14. Pippen outside. Kennard with a screen on Paul. Pippen misses. San Antonio's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. And for Memphis, they're shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Here's Stefan. 5 points in the game. Puts up a deep 3. Offensive rebound and the foul on Jeremy Sohan. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. For 3, Pippen. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's San Antonio in command with the 6. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Wells is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Edey in at center, locking down the middle. Here's Castle. Takes a 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Bane with the bucket.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
To the paint. Here's Vassell. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And the screen provided just enough space for him. Love the selfless attitude on display.
Well, Devin Vassell has flown under the radar for a long time and passed a lot of fans, Coach. But we've seen it. He can fill it up.
Yeah, Kevin, look, he is an outstanding shooter. He's got great footwork. He can score at all three levels. He reminds you a bit of DeMar DeRozan, but maybe even with more of a three-point shot.
And Wembanyama puts up a deep three. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Inside, here's Wells. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
San Antonio again missing. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Jackson deciding where to go with it. With the drive. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Wells sets the pick for Morant. Right wing. Pass to Wells. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Lets the three fly. And another make to his scoring column. His fifth basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And it's Morant missing. Spurs leading by 15. Fox passes to Wembanyama from deep three-point territory. Wells grabs the miss.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
That doesn't go either for Wembanyama. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Here's Heaney. And again, Memphis no good. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Morant with the steal. To the paint. Wants to get it to Bane and does.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Barnes outside. Stolen by Jackson. Wells wide open. Good on the triple. Wells has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
And a wide open look for Bane. Off target with his three.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Castle bangs home the trifecta. And the Spurs lead by 13.
This is something Castle has been working on, developing his long-range consistency.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Wembanyama against Jackson. And it's rebounded by Morant. The Grizzlies trail by 13.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Spurs.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
Drills the three-pointer. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Vassell was screen on Jackson. And here's Barnes for three. Here's Wembanyama. Here's Castle. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends. something of a mismatch, Doris.
Yes, it is, but it's always dangerous when one team is expected to win by a large margin. Because why? Human nature. Can't skip steps. These are still professional basketball players. That underdog can be a real dog.
And now Dallas' starting group. We've got P.J. Washington. Anthony Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then it's Klay Thompson. And it's Irving in at the point guard position. Here's Castle. And he goes in for the dunk.
Showing how athletic he is. When Castle sees room for takeoff, he jumps all over it.
Davis with a screen on Fox. Count the basket.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
And Davis with the block.
No chance. Davis just too much to handle on the defensive side.
Irving for three. Rebounded by Castle.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
For three, 6 to shoot. Another miss by Irving. You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stefan Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
And so it's Dallas with it. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Washington outside. Outside Irving. Pulls it. Another miss by Irving.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
A versatile offensive weapon. Fox is good at sizing up defenses and taking what they give up.
Davis with a screen on Fox.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Outside Wembanyama. Thompson pulls it in.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Here's Davis, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, Davis is a very capable shooter. He can hit from just about anywhere.
Fox outside. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
That gives him the lead. Irving's got 5 now.
Kyrie shoots a ton of threes, and he makes a ton of threes.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural 2023 Clutch Player of the Year, he said, quote, "You can't be afraid to fail. Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my team puts me in position to succeed, so the least I can do is have confidence in myself to take good shots." Brian?
Allie, thanks. You know, he's become a star. Here's Castle. Back to Barnes. Will it go? And he lays it in.
Nice decision by Castle. I mean, this guy is a great teammate.
1:33 left now in the first quarter. Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle stats.
B.A., this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
LaSalle with it. Checked by Washington. Fox the pass to Barnes. LaSalle, a screen on Davis. From deep, Wembanyama. And the rebound goes to Dallas. And there's the lob. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
The Spurs have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Fox against Irving. Wembanyama, the open look. Gafford grabs the miss.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Irving attacking right at the free throw line. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. He's got 7.
You guys know it's pick your poison when you are trying to cover Kyrie out of the pick and roll.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And it's Irving missing.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Up in time. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Mavericks?
Things have gone the way they wanted here in the first period.
Boy, from the opening tip, they look focused and ready to play. You know, that's really paid off for them to get this early lead.
At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. Oh, AD! An easy target on the lob.
Throw it AD's way, and he'll take care of the rest. A huge alley-oop target for his teammates. So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Fox against Irving. And the dunk by Gafford.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Here's Irving following the bucket by the Spurs. That shot off. Wembanyama against Thompson. Oh, taking flight! Wembanyama!
And part of what makes Wembanyama so dangerous, a big guy who can push the pace.
Outside Irving. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Looking to get it going. Out to Thompson. It's stolen by Fox. Back come the Spurs in transition. Here's Vassell. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And now a three-point Spurs lead.
Good vision by Castle there to find the open man.
To the middle. Washington outside. Irving looking around. Pass to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it fly. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Thompson. Irving's got 9.
Well, I don't think Klay Thompson gets enough credit for his overall game. He is a great scorer, but that's a pretty pass. Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Davis with a screen on Fox. And he's going for the oop here. And Davis slams it home.
When Kyrie Irving comes off that pick and roll, he has so much attention on him due to his speed that it results in a lot of easy shots for the guys around him.
Now here's Wembanyama. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Offline with a 3. San Antonio leading. Outside Wembanyama, pass to Castle, shoots over Davis. Davis with the defensive effort. For Dallas, they've gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. And Davis slams it home. Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there are still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Spurs trail by 3. Fox right side. Outside Barnes. Pass to Wembanyama. San Antonio again missing. The Mavericks have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. Here's Irving. Rebounded by Fox. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. To halt the run. San Antonio again missing. Dallas leading by 3. Oh, there's the alley. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Well, you love to see Klay Thompson take off toward the rack, the vertical on time.
Fox for 3. Fox hits from way out.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Here's Davis. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
First team foul.
Dallas on D. Here's Wembanyama. Boy, he just hasn't been able to get a shot to fall. 24 seconds left in the first half. Here's Davis. A tough finish inside from Davis.
Yeah, when Davis gets that kind of positioning inside, he is pretty much automatic.
Pass to Wembanyama. Soft touch off the glass. Wembanyama's got 6.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Irving goes in over Fox. Irving no good.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And so it's Anthony Davis making things happen for Dallas. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Boy, it's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half. They've got Derek Lively. Williams is out there with Dante Exum. Then there's Najee Marshall, and it's Prosper in at the 4. Sohan with the ball. Exum picks him up. The offensive rebound. Here's a 3 from Paul. Sinks it from distance. And the Spurs lead by 1.
Now, Chris Paul, by nature, wants to pass the ball, but if you leave him open, he understands he's got to make those shots.
Screen by Lively. Pass to Williams. From downtown. Rebound by San Antonio. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Branham. He's guarded by Exum.
CP3 knows every string to pull on the offensive end. What a pretty pass.
Lively with a screen on Paul. And he lobs it up to the rim. And a slam dunk by Lively.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Here's Paul. And the basket is good. Paul's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, how about that slick little move from CP3 to get the score inside?
Here's Marshall. Nails the wide open jumper. The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's Williams. Lively passes to Williams. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Branham misses. Dallas has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Exum outside. Pass to Prosper. Here's Williams. Shot clock at 6. 4-3. Again, the miss by Williams.
Champagne. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Exum. Yet to see a basket. The 3. Sohan with a rebound. San Antonio's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Here's Branham. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Good on both. Mavericks trail by 3. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Lets it go. Dallas, no good that time either.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Paul, up and in on the layup. Paul's got 7 points in the game.
There's an elusivity to Chris Paul's play. He's got the knack to get into the teeth of the defense and make something happen.
And he lobs it up top. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect.
Najee Marshall. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Paul for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Now here's Williams. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And he drives in. And they'll get another chance. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Paul. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Sohan, the pass to Paul. Here's the teardrop. Lively grabs a miss. And Williams has got the ball here for Dallas. They trail by 3 from deep three-point range. Doesn't go that time. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
And for the Mavericks, they're shooting a less than average 27% in the third quarter. Exum passes to Lively. Now here's Exum. He's covered closely. Offensive rebound. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 5. Lively passes to Exum. And he hits it to tie the game. Exum's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Tie game in San Antonio. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
So we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5 spot. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying you're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another. Guys, let's see what happens.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot, and we'll go to the line. That'll put De'Aaron Fox on the line. It goes on Kyrie Irving. Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
Barnes with a screen on Gafford. The 3 from Wembanyama. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Irving with a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
But just a spectacular display of ball handling from Kyrie, opening up the look there.
San Antonio again can't hit. For Dallas, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on De'Aaron Fox. All right, Doris, Kyrie Irving is a special talent. What's his greatest asset, you think, on the floor?
Oh, PA, this is a tough question. If you ask NBA players, they'll tell you the guy with the best handle historically is Kyrie Irving. But to me, his best attribute, fearlessness, the ability to deliver when it most matters.
Irving against Fox. Fires from way outside. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Davis. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. They'll pin that one on Harrison Barnes.
And the more Davis has added muscle during his career, it really has helped him on the offensive end. It forces defenses to foul him.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line.
Unable to knock them all down, but still, he puts them up by 1.
And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
Fox against Irving. Good work defensively by Fox. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Oh, Fox gets up and throws it down.
And this is Fox at his best, slamming his foot on the gas pedal and scoring with confidence.
Irving against Fox. To the paint. And finished off by Davis.
The great read between those 2 guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These 2 teammates right here, Grant, they are connected.
Oh, Fox doesn't shy away from important possessions. He wants to be the man for this team.
Pass to Irving. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. From outside, off the mark.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Launches a 3. Barnes passes to Fox. Fox That smooth lefty shot.
I like it. Setting up Fox that time, getting him something in rhythm.
Thompson outside. Fox against Irving. Pass to Davis. The three from Thompson. He drops it from range.
Klay Thompson, calm and cool under pressure. How about the big bucket from Klay?
Here's Castle. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pass to Wembanyama. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Irving against Fox. Outside Davis. Back to Irving. Lots of room. He connects. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Someone who embraces big moments. De'Aaron Fox, huge points.
Washington right side. Back to Irving. Over Fox. That one rolls around and rims out. Well, if they score here, they could effectively end this one.
Yeah, and their main objectives right now, taking care of the rock and using some time. Yeah, this kid, Castle, loves having the ball in these spots. He wants to be the guy to hit the big one.
It's stolen by Washington.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
They've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Here's Castle, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Castle, and the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 5. Guys, your thoughts?
A lot to talk about here, but hey, this game is likely out of reach.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
Irving fires from way outside. They get it back.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you.
trenches, each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Kyrie Irving. P.J. Washington is out there with Davis. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Gafford in at center. Irving misses. Lets it fly. And it's Morant missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Morant against Irving. From past the arc. Rebounded by Jackson. Memphis with the ball. And Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact. That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
A kick out to Bain. Launches a three, and it's Jaren Jackson with the three.
That's just unfair. 6'11" Jackson just sinking threes. I guess this is the new NBA.
Gafford sets the pick for Irving. His three-pointers off the mark. Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Morant drives in.
That first step of Ja, he's one of the few guys that's not only quick, but fast. And this man is lightning fast.
Shakes him. Irving misses.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Now, here's Bain. And he uses the glass on the layup.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Irving against Morant. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And a wide open look for Bain. Connects from three-point range. Bain's got his second basket of the night.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Irving for three.
I like Morant's workmanlike approach on D. He finds good matchups and makes an impact.
And it goes out of bounds. Our last touch by Irving. And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies for just a minute. Now, when it came to Kyrie Irving, coach said trying to contain him tonight won't be easy. He told me Kyrie is a fantastic player, but I feel confident that our guys will be all over him tonight. Pretty strong words, guys.
Thank you, David.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up. When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
Here's Edey. He's covered by Washington. Morant with a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. Mavericks trail by 10. And here's the fast break. It's stolen. Stolen by Washington. And here comes the break. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Gafford throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now, here's Wells. No scoring in this one.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
The three from Davis. And that one, good.
Something we don't always talk about with Davis because he's so talented is his elite understanding of the game, his basketball IQ.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's foul number 2 for him. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Irving against Morant. Out to Thompson. Here's the 3. And it's rebounded by Morant. Now the Grizzlies with it. They're on a 17-7 run. Wells passes to Bain. Offensive rebound. It's Jackson atop the key. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Grizzlies out in front. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far from Memphis?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And another thing, Coach will be thrilled with the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. They've got Washington. Anthony Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then there's Irving. And it's Thompson in at the 2.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Irving against Morant. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Second team foul.
Morant against Irving. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline. Yeah, and luckily, they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And Davis sends it back.
A big block from the big fella Anthony Davis, putting every inch of that wingspan to work there.
Irving way outside. Whoa! Big time shot!
No, he didn't.
I don't think I have ever seen anything like that in my career. Wow!
80 can't hit. And it's Davis with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 10-point game. To the middle. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
With as much defensive attention as AD gets, those passing lanes will be open for him, and those are the passes he needs to make.
Pippen with the wide open look. And another miss by Memphis.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Irving. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there. Memphis leading by 6.
Blocking foul called on Kyrie Irving. First personal foul. First team foul.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Through the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line. Offline with his 3. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pippen kicks to Bane. Left side, Jackson. They set the screen. No good again that time.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
And Desmond Bane pulls it down. It's Pippen with the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. RJ, so often with rookies, we want to judge them after half a season. We're not very patient with them. How long should we give players to prove themselves in the NBA?
Well, there's a different type of prove yourself. If you're talking about a rookie, I was taught after about game 60, you're no longer a rookie because you've played every team, you understand the defensive concept. You might be a little fatigued, but after that, you're no longer a rookie. But to judge them, if they can play in this league, it can take a couple of years.
Bane against Thompson, and there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played, and he recovers it. Pippen finds Jackson. Second chance shot, and he lays it up and in. Jackson's got 9.
Just like his pops, Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, look, this man, when he gets close to the hoop, it is pretty much automatic. He can't let that happen.
And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Pippen, the pass to Jackson. Jackson, a screen on Washington. Outside for Pippen. The 3, nailed from three-point land. Pippen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Bucket is good.
Look, Kyrie doesn't need any encouragement to just do what he does because that's the type of handle that he has. He's going to go out there, and he's going to show everyone what he's capable of every night.
Thompson in the corner. Bane with the steal. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Doesn't have to get up much. Jackson Jr. at 6'11" just easily finishes that hoop.
Gafford kicks to Davis. Lets a floater go, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've been... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Mavericks trail by 11. Wells is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then there's Desmond Bane. Then there's Edey. And it's Pippen in at the point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Jackson misses. The Mavericks shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Pass to Prosper. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so it's Dallas with him. They trail by 9 points. Williams dishes to Exum. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Exum's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Bane with the screen on Williams. Here's Pippen. And it's Pippen with the jam.
just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Shoots. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Exum. The Grizzlies shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Pass to Wells. This one for three. Buries it from three-point range. Wells has got his second bucket tonight.
Gets those passes off quickly. Jackson Jr. really sees the floor.
Now here's Williams. Nothing on the board. Fires the three. Another three for Dallas.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Jackson from long range. Another shot. Edey gets the bucket. Edey's got his first bucket of the night.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score. Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
At the top of the key, Wells. Jackson from long range. And Lively pulls it down.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Down low, here's Prosper. Shot's good. Marshall making the play. Prosper's got 4 points this quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Kennard on the wing. No good from outside. Mavericks trail by 4. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Now, here's Marshall, guarded closely.
Lamar Stevens, first personal foul, second team foul.
Here's Prosper, defended by Aldama. Here's Lively, and finished off by Lively.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Aldama, and that one goes long.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
That ties it up.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Over to the wing. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. And again, Memphis no good. And the Mavericks with possession. They're on an 18-7 run. Now, here's Exum. Kennard covering for the lead. Pass to Marshall. Here's Prosper. Dallas moving it around. Second shot opportunity. Marshall gets the bucket. Marshall's got the lead up to 2 now for Dallas.
And I have no clue how he got that one to fall. Pulling some magic in the midair and torturing the defense in the process.
Here's Pippen. And the layup falls. Pippen's got 9 points.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Here's Prosper. Aldama with the rebound. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Kennard. And the layup's good off the glass. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Over in the corner, Marshall. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Mavericks foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
It's stolen by Davis. No good. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Grizzlies lead by 2. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Memphis leading. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Daniel Gafford is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Washington. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Irving in at the point. Pippen kicks to Wells. Shot clock at 6. And they recover it. Mavericks trail by 4. Loads it up for Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
And it's just so beautiful. The timing of that play is exceptional. Davis just gets there right on time and puts it in.
Jackson has the open look. No good with the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Irving with a clean look. Cans it from downtown.
A capable shooter from distance. Give Kyrie space to fire, and he does not pass it up.
Looking to get it going. And Davis sends it big. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Irving passes to Davis. Lets it go from the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And also, guys, how about the hustle we've seen on the boards? They're getting after it and cashing in on second chance scoring out.
Good on the three-point shot.
Just a few ticks to go. Jackson Jr. realized it and made the right play.
Here's Thompson driving inside. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
The Mavericks have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Davis with a screen on Pippen. Loads it up for Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Look, I can't think of a better partner to have a pick and roll with than Davis. Sets hard screens and has soft hands to match.
Payne sets the screen for Wells. Into the lane. Pass to Pippen. Outside for Jackson. And the rejection by Gafford. And he's able to get it back. Clock is at 3. At 3, Pippen. The shot will not fall.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Payne passes to Jackson. Shoots over Washington. And again, Memphis no good. Here's Dallas. They're on an 11-3 run. And it's Davis with the jam.
Ooh, when the brow gets up, you better get out the way. There's not many people with that length and that athleticism.
3, Pippen. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Irving for 3. And Payne pulls it down. The Grizzlies trail by 6. And Pippen with the basket. The assist by Wells. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Irving attacking on the wing. Davis. 1:15 left in the fourth. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Pass to Wells. Outside for Pippen. There's the 3. A rebound by Washington. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Thompson outside. On the wing, Irving. Puts up a deep 3. Dallas again missing. And here are the Grizzlies now. 4-point game. Payne for 3. A shot, no good. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Mavericks. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. The shot's good from Irving.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try to extend the game.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them. So why not go down fighting?
And those are the Grizzlies victors, everyone. Get loud once again for them.
So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. A narrow win under difficult circumstances. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for our reporter,
regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Now the starting group for San Antonio. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox, and it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Fox against Morant. Barnes with a screen on Morant. Now here's Fox. Defense right on him. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Everything Fox does is so fast. Makes him very difficult to guard without fouling.
Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Fox. Stan, certain NBA teams take on the identity of their home. Like the Grizzlies, for example. They call Memphis Grind City.
Well, Brian, I think it's a perfect fit. Hard-working people in a hard-working city, and they want a hard-working team.
And out of bounds, San Antonio will have it. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. We talked about his matchup against the highly touted Victor Wembanyama, and coach told me Victor's combination of speed and size creates a lot of problems on both ends of the floor, so we've got to play a physical brand of basketball to just keep him out of rhythm. It'll be interesting to see how that affects him, B.A.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Puts up a deep 3. Wells misses.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Here's Vassell. Wembanyama up top. The 3 is up. Connects from downtown. Wembanyama's got 5 points.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth 3-point shots.
Here's Morant. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Fox. Pass to Vassell.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Here's Castle, guarded by Bain. Launches it. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. Rim protection and shooting so important. Jaren Jackson Jr. has both of those skills, Stan.
Yeah, and look, Brian, it's rare to find guys who can do both of those things. Shot blocker at the rim and stretch the defense at the other end. Guys like that are hard to come by.
He's been a defensive player of the year. Maybe we'll see him in the 3-point contest one day. Now here's Bain. The steal. Fox against Bain. And Fox, here we go. Pass to Wembanyama. Off the mark there with a 3. Memphis trailing here. Kicks it out to Bain. He takes it in. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's on Devin Vassell.
Oh, he really fought for that one. Battling through contact to complete the play.
Here's Castle, guarded by Bain. Now here's Vassell. Pass to Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Morant with it. Fox picks him up, and it's Morant missing. The Spurs have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Inside. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
From deep, Morant. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. San Antonio leading by 3. Here's Vassell, and he dunks it down.
Oh, going up there. Vassell showing off his hops.
All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy to build around. They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
Payne with a screen on Barnes. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Devin Vassell's progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down, just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allie. Thanks. From behind the arc. The Spurs rebound. Castle for three. From beyond the arc, and then some.
Wow, you don't see tons of those from Castle.
And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. It's a 10-point game. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. We've got 22 seconds left in the first. And it's Edey missing. And he battles for the ball, gets a second chance bucket.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they've built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint. Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
And so the San Antonio Spurs earning this break in the action. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. There's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
And so in the game for the Spurs, at forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Not just an aggressive scorer, Morant is also a fantastic distributor.
And one thing that Morant has always been a lead at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as...
Oh, Ja Morant, my goodness.
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Sinks the tray.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Wells, that's good.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Pass to Castle. 3-pointer. Memphis with a rebound. Outside Morant. Over Fox. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. Spurs lead by 8. And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And so it's Memphis with it. Outside Morant. Payne from deep three-point land. Good. And the setup by Morant. Payne's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Obviously, Fox has good on-ball instincts. He finds a wide-open guy and quickly feeds him.
Kicks it out to Jackson. No good from outside. The Spurs have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Barnes passes to Vassell. Misses the 3. Grizzlies trail by 7. Here's Wells. He's got 5. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Morant. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Coach, one of the more electric players in the NBA, Ja Morant.
Yeah, that's for sure, Brian. High-flying, acrobatic at the rim, just a supreme athlete, and he is without a doubt one of the most exciting players this league has to offer.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Outside for Wembanyama. Shoots over Morant. Wow, the athleticism of Fox.
And how about Fox getting after it on the glass? You just gotta love the hustle.
Jackson outside. Off target from outside. Spurs lead by 5. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Down low. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama reaches up and throws it down.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Fox finds Barnes. Back to Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Wells. Third personal foul. First team foul.
58 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Vassell, a screen on Jackson. Barnes passes to Vassell. 3-pointer, no good. Grizzlies trail by 7. Here's Wells. And again, it's Memphis missing. Here's Castle, pounded by Morant. Out of bounds, it'll be Memphis's ball.
Memphis ball.
For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Morant using his speed from deep paint. San Antonio with a rebound.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Castle. Fox outside. Fires the 3. He buries it from 3. Fox has got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Morant on the take. And then Morant with the dunk.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough game.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're... Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
He's been on a tear so far, throwing down some vicious dunks. I was a little worried for the rim in the first half.
Well, as a defense, you can't allow him that much room in the post. That's just asking for trouble.
Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Jaren Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the 3, a small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And Stan, they always say, for a player, confidence is such a big part of it. How can a coach instill that in a player?
Well, as your coach, I think your job is to create a system that the players believe in and they believe they can have success in. The rest of it has to come from inside of the players. They have to believe in themselves.
Nice D from Paul.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Here's Branham, defended by Jackson. And the basket by Branham. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Jackson for three. It's hauled in by Mamukelishvili.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Pass to Champagny. 5 on the clock. From the arc. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the inside. Here's Morant. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. It goes on Chris Paul, and this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And in their last game, he really distinguished himself at the free throw line.
Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, and Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter right here, too.
Good-looking guy.
Back to Payne. All alone. Good. And the setup by Morant. And now just a three-point Spurs lead.
Dynamic. I mean, every night Morant makes incredible plays, and that extends as well to his passing.
Champagny, pass to Paul. Pass to Mamukelishvili. And here's Sohan, defended by Jackson. Sohan inside. Jackson on him. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results. Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, the dime-dropping skills of Paul. Tremendous at getting it to uncover teammates.
Here's Payne. Drives to the hoop. Rebounded by Branham. And it's Paul with the ball for San Antonio. They've led by as much as 10. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
And Paul is very selective with his shot attempts, especially from deep. So you know he liked that look.
The three from Payne. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And the foul on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
A line change here for San Antonio. The three from Barnes. It's rebounded by Memphis. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. And the dunk by Jackson.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
It takes precision timing for sure. Here's Wembanyama. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Wembanyama's got 18. Grizzlies trail by 4. Jackson left side. Pass to Edey. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. Back to Payne. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Wells. Three-pointer off the mark. Wembanyama with it. He's got 18. Vassell, a screen on Morant. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. He gets it up. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
His first personal foul.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So on the floor for the Spurs, at forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox, and it's Wembanyama in at the center spot.
The boundless athleticism Morant has is really special. He's someone that is always in attack mode.
Assist goes to
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
From deep, Bane. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And here's Morant outside.
I love how Fox defends with urgency. He works hard to stay on top of the shooter.
Pass to Barnes. From downtown. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got rebound number 8 now. Morant surveying the floor. A good look from Bane. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got 4 assists in the game.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Morant, the pass to Bane. To take the lead. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Barnes finds Fox. Outside Wembanyama. Here's Castle. Outside Wembanyama. Fires from deep. Ooh, Wembanyama just too good.
The refined jumper of Wembanyama. You just never see that in a man of his height.
Jackson, pass to Morant. Up top, Bane. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Castle for 3. It's hauled in by Ja Morant. Grizzlies trail by 5. Jackson left side. Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. Fox against Jackson. Now here's Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Over Castle. Wells, the pass to Jackson. Here's Morant. Rebound San Antonio. They've led by as much as 10. Barnes goes in. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Jackson gets the bucket.
It's clear Jackson Jr. embraces the spotlight. He's a solid scorer who makes important shots for this team.
Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like the quarterback timing a roof. That was impressive.
Fox finds Wembanyama. The 3. And Morant clears the board. Morant's got 4 rebounds now. Up top, Bane. Jackson outside. Bane with a screen on Barnes. Here's Jackson. Jackson with another miss. Spurs lead by 5. Fox moving fast. And Fox powers it home.
Yeah, Fox is going off. I mean, he's gotten the ball on offense, and he's been relentless.
Jackson for 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Vassell sends it home from 3-point land.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Spurs.
It was stop and go for them along the way, but they finally seized full control of this game.
BA, the scoreboard definitely doesn't tell the whole story. They were able to pull things together when things got tough, and of course, they closed strong.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Victor Wembanyama.
He has really stood out tonight with his work on the glass. You can see the extra effort coming through.
Wembanyama, no good. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. They trail by 11. Oh, a big slam!
Oh, my gosh. The athleticism.
They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Wembanyama from deep three-point land. And Morant clears the board. Edey for three. Wembanyama from deep three-point land. Offensive rebound. And so it's San Antonio with the W. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to